Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to Destiny 2. So the update's been out for about a week now. The final June 9th update, the last live service update that Destiny 2 will ever get. It's been out for about a week now, and I wanted to take some time and kind of sit down and think about everything that has happened, how the state of the game is so far, and just kind of give my own thoughts and opinions on the update so far, as it has been about a week, so I've been able to play it a little bit. So overall, the update has been absolutely fantastic so far. Getting in at launch was just a little bit of a project, just because the servers were getting throttled. Everyone was doing a server slam, so we were getting contacting Destiny 2 servers pretty much throughout the day of the update, and then after a while everything calmed back down a little bit. All of the changes they've done, some of them are absolutely incredible. Changes to exotics, we've seen new exotics come along, we've seen new aspects added to each of the character types, and it has also breathed a little bit of new life into the game as well. Some of the other nice changes they've done is they've gotten rid of that stupid portal, so we open up the director. Oh, look at that. Everything's here. This is how it should have been from the start, and I'm going to stand by that. All your Vanguard stuff and your Crucible crap, all that can stay down here. I mean, the portal is still kind of here within the seasonal hub, but the nice thing is everything is easily accessible through its respective tab here. So if you want to do whatever you wish, Fireteam or the solo, or want to do whatever you want, everything has been organized nice and neatly so you can do whichever game mode you choose to do. Some of the reworks on the builds is quite nice, so I'm still in the process of leveling, just because I took a very long break from this game. It got really boring after completing Renegade, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play it if I'm not gonna find it fun. So I'm still going through the leveling process, but with the way the game is, we are getting tier 5 loot pretty much for free, when I should be getting, like stuff like a tier 4 gun like this, which I might bring up to tier 5 just because it's a decent roll. But with the way some of these changes are, and it's incredible to say the least. Being able to use your different artifacts for whatever it is you might need. Changes to the weapons, like Truth here is absolutely insane now. The reprisal of many weapons, so we see the return of Kindled Orchid. Kindled Orchid is an absolutely fantastic weapon. And some of the exotic armor pieces have been touched as well. Like, for example, Warm Husk right here. Now you get stacks of burning souls, which gives you extra ability damage. So, like, there's a lot of new and improved things from exotics that have kind of fell off. Granted, Wormhusk was always good, especially in the PvP environment. But a lot of the weapons that were basically one-trick ponies for a certain game type have been brought up and basically revitalized, and they have a little bit more new life into the game. Now, I've been playing my Hunter the most. I did originally kick it off on the Warlock, doing my handheld Supernova build, and messing around with my Osmiomancy and Icebreaker build, but I ended up gravitating back towards Hunter again, just because Gear Falcons, with not only Truth or Kindled Orchid, but if you get the new Turncoat, you can do some crazy stuff with some of the reworks to the way things are built out. Another nice addition that they have done is, so along with the tiered loots, we see that we have more reprised guns. So Jax's longsword is an example. It's been around for a little bit, but it's been revitalized. Same with Positive Outlook. We can see that this is a tier 5 weapon. So a lot of weapons have been brought into this tiered system, which makes them a little bit more desirable, so you're not holding on to legacy uh, weapons, so you can free up some of that vault space. And one of the other nice things is, so like, I have this kindled orchid I'm going to be using for my PvP role. So when I'm wanting to do so, which I'm still trying to just get some more materials, even though I have plenty, I can take this gun and make it a tier 5. Now, unfortunately, you don't get the benefits of extra perks like a tier 5 weapon would, like this one's. But overall, you will get this thing up to tier 5, so you can unlock the ornament and you can enhance the origin trait. The subclasses, so the subclasses, they didn't really see too much of a change. So if I actually take, if I go over to my solar setup here, we see the addition of Crackshot. So this was the new aspect that came in for hunters. Tons of fun to do. There's some crazy builds out there. I'm still working on just getting a couple basic ones set up, and then I'll start doing the crazy stuff where you can infinitely spam it and things like that. This is actually really, really fun. So I'm actually going to go into the firing range, and I will show you, if you have not seen yet, just what Crackshot can do. It's tons of fun. While we load in, different armor sets. There are new armor sets, there are some returning ones that have nice set bonuses. So like the illustrious set does some good work with solar, so if you're struggling with survivability, you can get the 4-piece and get some rapid solar final blows, which will then give you healing. The set that I'm currently hunting down is the U-Technology set, so that has some great synergy with void weapons. So if we open everything back up, so here's my U-Technology. You can see what the 2-piece does and the 4-piece does. Great synergy, especially when you're rocking volatile rounds. It spreads, it's crazy, it's fun. I don't really need my Transcendence. So you can see we're getting highlighted targets here, so you can see the red boxes on the screen there. So basically what that is saying is these targets will be selected to be shot at with our golden gun Crackshot. So you can activate it on the ground, or let me just come over here and we will re-rally the flag, or you can activate it in the air. It applies Scorch, so if you have a build with Scorch, you can use that to help stack your Scorch stacks, and then if you have like Incandescent or something that'll add even more Scorch, you can eventually chain an Ignition. Overall, the game is really, really fun. The thing that I like the most, the big change, apart from doing the reprisal of the director, is if we load up here, there is actually a lot more to do. And what I mean by that is a lot of your rewards are now spread across different activities. Especially when you're doing the leveling process like I am, it gets repetitive doing the same thing over and over and over again. So like before, you would just sit in solo ops. And you would just play Caldera over and over again until you got up to your desired level. Well, now you can choose multiple different things to level yourself. Like we can see here, so if I go into the quick play for Fire Team, we can see here, I'm going to get a lot of rewards. I'm going to get 2 completion rewards plus 3 bonus drops, and depending on how good we do, if we achieve grade B, I get another weapon, a Nightshade. That's 6 rewards for one activity. Now, obviously, the hope is going to be that it'll be spread across everything that you might need. If you need a primary or energy, maybe some armor pieces, that's nice. But then again, if you have good set gear, like if I go in and get that done, and that Nightshade drops at a higher power, like 449, like my one helmet is right here. If that drops at 449, I can take my Fractithist right here since it's already pretty decent, whatever that nightshade is going to drop, I can infuse it. And that's one of the nice things about this. So I can go through, I can do a couple runs of that, get my extra bonus loot, get the 6 rewards, and then if I get bored, I can exit out of that, and I can go do this one. I can get 4 rewards for doing this. 3 bonus drops, the completion reward, and the gauntlets. Or I can go and do Master Quick Play. And there is challenges here. We can see we have challenges to do. So you'll get extra stuff. The game is being very rewarding now with the way they have everything set up. So like, again, here, look at that. 7 rewards. Just on completion, and that's not even including the mid-tier, the mid-activity, and the bonus focus. That's 7, so that if you count all that, that's 9 rewards from Onslaught. That's absolutely incredible. Before it'd just be like 1 or 2, and you'd be like, oh, it's not the same, that's not what I want, blah, blah, blah. The new exotic mission, you could still go through and do that. Now, I probably won't do it, just because of the fact that when the new exotic mission did drop, me and my fire team, we sat there for probably 2.5 hours, and we went through and got all of the catalysts for the new exotic. It was a fun mission, definitely interesting. Would like to see more, but obviously we probably won't see more unless if some sort of crazy hat trick happens and then we get a random live service update, which I doubt. Well, we can see the return of some of our armory weapons. So the black armory weapons, I don't know if some of y'all have been around for that long. Some of those are back, as I said, Kindled Orchid, Ringing Nail, those are like my top 2 right now. Those are farmable. You can go to Crucible if you are a PvP player. Look at that. 3 bonus drops, Crucible gear. If you want to go play Control, you can get an extra bonus drop, plus the challenges required. Survival for if you want the elemental version of basically No Land Beyond. Sparrow League Racing, tons of fun. Tons and tons and tons of fun. Happy to see that back as well. And there's just things to do. Gambit got a little bit of a change. Don't really know a lot. I only played 1 match just to get the bonus drops and everything. So all my Gambit players, if you are enjoying it, or if there has been some changes, do leave a comment down below. I am kind of curious to see if Gambit is actually worth it again. And then we come over to the raids and our dungeons. So we typically have our typical raids, so there are 4 raids with challenges on top of them. Desert Perpetual, King's Fall, Salvation, Garden Salvation, and the epic version of Desert Perpetual. So there are 3 raids that usually are in rotation, and they all have their own set challenges on board. Over to the dungeon, same thing. There are 3. We did do 2 of them tonight. 3 different dungeons that are in rotation, so you don't have to do the same dungeon over and over again. You can if you want, if you're hunting for a catalyst, or whatever the case may be. And then Pantheon. Pantheon's back. Pantheon is absolutely insane. It's tons of fun. So yeah, overall, everything is in the right direction. The only thing that I'm concerned about is this going to be enough to keep the game alive until we see news on either a Destiny 3 or whatever this new IP that Bungie is working on is, and hopefully it can kind of redo what we have found in Destiny, and that is this wonderful amalgamation of the first-person shooter, looter shooter, MMO. It's a little bit of everything. It's great. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of the new update. What are you playing? Are you playing just PvE? Are you doing a little bit of everything? Are you straight PvP? I want to hear from everybody. I want to know what they think. If they think that this game is going to last, I'm hoping it does. Like I said, we have tons of stuff going on. I didn't even touch on the distorted fields yet, and that rotates all over the place. Gives you a little bit extra challenge when you're on patrol. Like, there's just so much to do. It's kind of, not gonna lie, for some people that are returning to the game, it's a little overwhelming. It can be a little overwhelming. But that'll do it today, folks. Make sure to leave a like on the video. I know this one wasn't really as entertaining as some of the other videos. It's just more of a talking video. I've been playing this game since launch of D2 and D1. I've been around the block quite a few times with this game. So make sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for when the next video goes live. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.